We've seen the distinction between substantial cause and cooperative condition, yeah? And they are contradictory, yeah? If it is the substantial cause of a milk tea, it's necessarily not the cooperative condition of that milk tea. Do you agree? Yeah. I see some cams. I try to see more. Yeah. It follows that the subject milk tea, if it is the substantial cause of a milk tea, it's necessarily not the cooperative condition of a milk tea. Yeah, for instance, here you could have the substantial cause of a soya milk tea. For instance, the soya seeds here are, are the substantial causes of the milk tea, the soya milk tea, the vegan milk tea. And the sun and the rain, the wind, and so on, the people who planted the soya and so on, okay, who cropped it and the soya and so on. They are the cooperative conditions of the milk tea, the vegan milk tea. Do you agree with that? Okay, very good. Wonderful. Okay. So now, if we try to compare as we did last time, but just a way to recap, uh, it follows that you know the difference between the substantial cause and the direct cause of a wooden table. Accept. Because you're brave. You all are brave. You accept the challenge. Yeah. So between the substantial cause and direct cause of a wooden table, how many points did we find? Contradictory.
4p.
4p. Yeah. 4p. We had 4p. Okay. So could you give an illustration of a common base between substantial cause and direct cause of a wooden table? What could it be?
The wood.
Yes, exactly. The wood that has been used just before the table has a reason, yeah? Just before the production, yeah? Because it's the direct cause, yeah? Very good. The wood just before the arising of the wooden table, it follows that it is the substantial cause of the wooden table.
Except.
Yes, it is the substantial cause of the wooden table because
Uh, uh, because it is the main cause from which the table comes into being.
yes, exactly. I could say also that a cooperative condition could be a main cause, yeah. But still, yes, the wood, uh, the entity of the wood will transform into the entity of the table, yeah, we could say. Yeah, yeah. It's another way to formulate the definition because the definition is a bit complicated. It's the main cause, it's the main producer of its substantial effect, the wooden table, which is in its substantial continuum. Yeah, within its substantial continuum. Yeah, well, it just means its entity transforms into the entity of the table. Yeah, that's just the technical way to express that. Yeah, so it is the main producer of the wooden table within its substantial continuum. Very good. So if it is the main producer of the wooden table within its substantial continuum, it is necessarily its substantial cause.
Except.
Yes, very good. And the wood, just before the arising of the wooden table, it follows that it is the direct cause of the wooden table.
Except,
Yes, it is because.
mm, because in the next moment, uh, the table comes into being.
Yes, perfect, cet moment-là. Very good. If it is the main producer just before the arising of the wooden table, or in the moment after the wooden table will arise, it's necessarily its direct cause. Yes, wonderful. Yes, Palavila?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm sorry, my video is a little messed up, but I have a question is the about the cause. Is it, are we talking about a material that is not doing anything, or is there an action that needs to happen? It feels like the act of producing the table from the wood previous is the what is the cause. How can some non-entity that is not doing anything, is just, I mean, non-functioning thing is just sitting there. Now suddenly the wood transforms to table, but some transformation is taking place and some action is taking place. So
Exactly.
shouldn't we be talking about what is the action and who is acting?
Yes, that's very good question. Yeah, because when we say, do you remember the definition of functioning thing?
Mm, not,
Able to perform a function, yeah?
yes, able to perform a function, yes.
Yeah, very good. So it means that a functioning thing is necessarily the agent of any action, yeah, of any function. Has to have at least one function, but we cannot say one function. Like for instance, we can say that this cup has a few functions, yeah? Is
Mm.
acting in a few ways. The first way is to hold my tea. Yeah.
Okay.
That's the first function we could say. We could give other functions, which are
You mean the cup? So, but the cup is not hold. I mean, yeah, I guess it's holding your tea. The pot of water is holding water. It is, uh, but it's not acting on its own, is it?
not on its own, exactly. On its own in one way for the Sautrantika, yeah, because for the non-prasangika madhyamika, any existence, any function is inherent on its own way, yeah. But uh,
Ah,
but in one sense, the cup is holding tea, but not alone because you need the gravitation as well. Yeah. If
yes.
if I were in the space, my tea would be would float in the space.
Yeah.
Yeah. But still, my cup would have other functions, even in the space. Yeah, which are, for instance, even if it doesn't hold any tea.
Mm. It differentiates from being not cup.
Yeah. Wow. But that state is permanent. Yeah. Yeah, that state is permanent. If we say now, in one way to say a new direction, Palavila, we could say it is specifically characterized phenomenon, which is another exclusion.
Mm.
Ransen Gishensel in Tibetan, yeah.
Mhm.
Ransen is a swalakshana, is impermanent phenomenon, which
Mhm.
is another exclusion, yeah. That cup is necessarily not non-cup, not yeah, that cup is the exclusion of everything that is not that cup.
Yeah.
Yeah, that cup is the exclusion, is the elimination of everything that is not that cup. Yeah,
Yeah.
do you agree?
I
Still,
agree.
it is a functioning thing and it is a swalakshana, ransen gishensel. So it is an exclusion, it is a negation, but it is still impermanent. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, very good. But the fact that this cup is necessarily not uh, other cups, for instance, is permanent, yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
but still that cup has the function to produce the cup of the subsequent moment. Yeah, the cup of today is able to perform the function of to produce the cup of tomorrow, if it's not broken meanwhile. Yeah,
It,
and yeah, sorry.
I I don't know. I disagree. How does that itself does not have the ability to produce the next moment? I mean, anything can happen to it at this moment, and it may not
Yes,
exist the next moment
yes, exactly. We
because it is
could break.
impermanent. It's not in its power.
Yes, and the impermanent can endure, yeah, as we saw before, yeah, like the continuum of mind, the subtle continuum of matter, and so on. It's
Mm-mm.
impermanent, but it's there forever, yeah, yeah. So
Oh,
it's
yes.
unbreakable in one sense. But the cup is breakable. We can break it, and it will not give the cup of the subsequent moment. But still, even when it's broken, in one sense, the last moment of the cup is able to perform which function?
Hold the tea.
To produce, to produce an I consciousness perceiving it, maybe. No?
Oh,
Like for instance, you have an I consciousness realizing that cup, yeah, or the color of that cup. Okay. So the previous moment of mind is the substantial cause of that I consciousness, yeah? Do you agree with that?
previous moment of mind.
Is the substantial cause of the present moment of mind, apprehending that cup. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. The cup is the object condition, yeah. So if it is one condition, it produces that the I consciousness as well. But it's not the substantial cause of that I consciousness. Still, it is able to perform the function to produce, to cast an aspect to the I consciousness and to be the appearing object to that I consciousness, appearing object to direct perception. So that's why, because direct perception is ultimate mind, is non-mistaken, the appearing object of that ultimate mind is an ultimate truth. So that's why for the Sutra Antica, any impermanent phenomenon has many functions, and mainly the function to be the appearing object to a direct perception. Yeah, to be an ultimate truth, because it is the appearing object to an ultimate mind, a non-mistaken mind. Oh, very deep.
That's very good. But but I'm coming back to substantial cause, direct cause. Just because it exists objectively, actually, it doesn't even exist objectively, so I don't even know why. But
Oh,
if there is a cup, I see a cup, the
yeah.
previous moment, it's the mind perceiving the cup that is the cause.
Yeah.
It's not the cup itself that is the cause. Even the moments that we're talking about is not moments existing inside the cup. It's the
Mm.
moments as perceived by a mind, a
Yes.
consciousness, no?
We can say, in one sense, moments, if they are very short, they cannot be realized by an eye consciousness of an ordinary being because it's too short. Like, sometimes Venerable Damdul during the Bodhicitta retreat is doing that trick, that magic trick. How many pages are going in front of you? Can you tell me?
458. Sorry.
Oh, 435. Okay. Okay. So we cannot deny that it appeared to the eye consciousness, yeah?
Yes,
Okay, it appeared to the eye consciousness, but it was not realized by the eye consciousness because it's too fast, it's too quick. Yeah. Okay.
exactly. Yeah,
Yeah. So if we say that one short moment is apprehended or realized by an eye consciousness, that would be very difficult. Yeah, because it's too short, so it's inattentive cognition. Yeah. That's why,
yes.
one of the great masters in India, Acharya Dharmotara, said, Ngunsung Toparjava Yang Yunyin Kechimani Tobaminu Bichiro. Yeah, he says that that which is obtained by the direct perception is the continuum itself. Gyuni Yino. Yeah, because one short moment cannot be realized by direct perception. Yeah, it's too short. Yeah, so it's a continuum of the object observed by a continuum of the mind. We can say so, no?
Yes.
Oh.
Mm.
Okay. Otherwise, we have problems as well. Yeah, if we say that one short moment of mind is realizing one short moment of the cup, for instance, then the short moment of the cup has disappeared when the short moment of mind is arising. So what does apprehend that mind? A non-existent?
Mm.
Ah, problem. Okay, so yes, we could say that the cup, if it is not there, we cannot have the eye consciousness apprehending that cup. Yeah, do you agree with that?
But eye consciousness will apprehend the absence of a cup.
Exactly, but not the cup. Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
exactly. So we can say that if the cup is necessary, a necessary condition in order to have an eye consciousness realizing that cup, then it is one of the causes of that eye consciousness, but not the substantial cause.
Okay.
Because cup is not mind, and we said before, if it is not consciousness, it cannot be the substantial cause of a consciousness. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So it has to be consciousness to be substantial cause of consciousness.
Yes. As we said before, we have problems. Yeah, when we speak about the vasana, the bhakcha, the imprints, yeah, the latencies. In
Hmm.
that case, we have problems. But otherwise, yeah, we can say that the substantial cause of the mind has to be mind, usually speaking. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And the eye empowering condition, yeah, would be another cause of that eye consciousness, yeah. Because if the cup is there and the mind is there, but we close the eyes, yeah,
Yes, yes.
we
The
cannot.
sense object, the sense consciousness has to be functioning in order to perceive the object. If
Yes.
the sense object is not working, then yeah, you have
Yeah,
some problem.
we could say the sense faculty has to function, yeah. The
Yeah.
faculty itself, yeah, which is not mind, it is matter, subtle matter,
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, the organ, you mean, like the actual organ has to function though. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, exactly. For the mind, direct perception, yeah, mental direct perception, yeah, the empowering condition is not physical, yeah, it's mind as well.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, it's the
Okay.
previous moment of mind, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, but the previous moment of mind is also the immediately preceding condition. So one instant of mind is at the same time the immediately preceding condition and the empowering condition of a mental direct perception. Yes, says Chavila, it is. It is. We could say it is one entity, but different isolates. We distinguish the conditions according to their different functions. Yeah. That's why we say the same moment of mind is one entity, is one substance with it's one substance of mind, we can say. But the two isolates we distinguish conceptually. Yeah. On one sense, it is the empowering condition. On one sense, it is the immediately preceding condition because it is the substantial cause of that mind. Okay, no problem. Okay, no problem. Very good. Very good. So we spoke about the substantial cause and the direct cause of the wooden table, and we've been to the one to mind. Yeah, it's so nice. A debate can go like this. Okay, so we had yeah, the wood exactly as certain one what I said before. Yeah. Okay, but I'm not sure that I fully replied to Palavila's question. Yeah? That any impermanent functioning thing has to function, has to be the agent of any kind of function, yeah? Not any kind, specific functions. Yeah? Okay. So the
Yes.
substantial cause, you remember the substantial cause of the wooden table? The tree, for instance, yeah? Yeah, okay. It is the substantial cause of the wooden table because?
It's the main producer of its substantial effect in the substantial continuum.
Very good. If it is the main producer of its substantial effect, the wooden table, it is within its substantial continuum, it is necessarily the substantial cause of the wooden table.
Except?
Yeah, it's necessarily not the cooperative condition of the wooden table.
Why?
Ah. It could be the cooperative condition of the wooden table and the substantial cause of the wooden table. It can be the main producer of its substantial effect within its substantial continuum and the main producer of its cooperative effect, which is not in its continuum, substantial continuum.
It could be if one made a hammer with the same log from that tree.
Sorry, Javila. Sorry.
Saying it could be a cooperative cause if somebody made a hammer from the same log of that tree.
Oh. Wow. That's a good one. Yeah, that's a very good one. Shavila. I didn't think about that. Wow. Incredible. Okay. That's wonderful. Yeah, the light of wisdom is so nice. Okay. Yes, if we produce a hammer, a wooden hammer from that tree, the same tree, then it is a cooperative condition and not the substantial cause. So it follows that the tree is at the same time the substantial cause and not the substantial cause of the wooden table. Oh, interesting. But yes, that's a very good point because we will see after, because maybe it's not really obvious, but I try to follow the chapters of the Yongzin that we find in debate in Tibetan Buddhism. Except the first chapter, it was so we didn't touch so much, but yeah, we are in cause and effect, and in the end of cause and effect, so we studied the main chapters, and not maybe all because some are a bit complicated. But in the end of the chapter of the cause and effect, we have also you know the chart that I sent you before, one substance, different substances, one isolate, different isolates, and so on. And we have also one how do I say, um mm, zerichik, one substantial type. One substantial type. It means that two phenomena which are one substantial type, they are produced by the one same substantial cause. Like the wooden table and the wooden hammer, they are one substantial type because they are the same, they are produced by the same substantial cause, the tree. Wow, it's beautiful. Still, the wooden hammer would be the cooperative condition for the wooden table, yeah? Wow, so precise. So authentic, so precise. Then after we can compare how many points between one substantial type and one substantial cause, or, you know, one substance, and so on and so on. Yeah, okay. We will have some fun. So, okay, so it follows that the tree could be the, oh, yeah, the cooperative condition of the wooden table. Okay, so I will drop it. So now it follows that you can posit an illustration of a direct cause of the wooden table, which is not the substantial cause of the wooden table.
Except
Yes, please.
carpenter.
Yes, c'est un mot-là, the carpenter. The carpenter, but not any carpenter. It could be the carpenter when he's sleeping. It follows he is the direct cause of the wooden table. Ah, he has a nap. So there is a nap between the carpenter and and the wooden table, eh? So after the nap, when he's awaking, yeah, he's awakening, and he's producing the table. He just finished the table, and there is no in between, yeah, between the carpenter and the wooden table, which has just a reason. So he is the direct cause of the wooden table, yeah, but he's not the substantial cause of the wooden table.
Except
So if the carpenter is not didn't really sleep well, and he's not very lucid, and he has some injury in his hand, and he puts some blood in the table, yeah. Or he's a bit old like me, and his hairs are falling on the table, within the wood pieces of the table, yeah. So he's not the substantial cause of the table.
except because his blood and hair is contradictory with table.
Yeah. Yeah. Yes. But we could say that, okay, that, okay. Yeah, okay, drop it. I try to trick you. I can't. You're too lucid, too, too wise. Okay, so the carpenter, yeah, just before the table has a reason, yeah. And among the causes of the wood table, which one is not the substantial cause and is not the direct cause of the wooden table? For instance?
The carpenter sleeping.
Yeah, the sleeping carpenter, exactly. The grown. I put the grandpa of the carpenter. Maybe grandma. It's not really obvious. Okay, so yes, exactly. It's not among the conditions of the wooden table. It's not the substantial cause because.
It's a cooperative condition.
Yeah, if it's we say cooperative condition, we can just say condition, it's shorter. Okay, so if it is the condition of the wooden table, it's not it's necessarily not the substantial cause of the wooden table.
I accept.
Okay,
Yes.
it's necessarily not because.
It's not the main producer of its substantial effect in its within its substantial continuum.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's
And I
not.
was thinking like a substantial cause and cooperative condition, are they contradictory?
They are, yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
because before we had this
yes, they are.
problem with a wooden hammer. Okay,
Yes.
but generally they are contradictory.
Yeah, they are contradictory. Even if yeah, in general, even Purvachar Rinpoche would say that if it is a functioning thing, it is a condition. Yeah, it is a cooperative condition because any functioning thing can cooperate for something else. Yeah, so anyway, yeah, like any functioning thing, as we said before, is an ultimate truth. Yeah, because it is ultimately able to perform function. Yeah, den dan the genipet. Yeah, so it is ultimately able to perform the function to appear to a direct perception. Yeah, that's why any impermanent phenomenon has the main function to appear to a direct perception. Yeah, even if the other functions are important as well, because the function of a cup is not the function of a hammer. We can use a cup as a hammer, yeah? But we cannot use a hammer as a cup. Yeah? Did anyone try? Oh, okay. Okay, very good. Yeah. So yes, substantial cause and cooperative condition are contradictory. Direct cause and indirect cause contradictory as well?
Yes.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, it's more obvious in that case. Okay. So if we need the grand of the carpenter, so it is necessarily not the substantial cause of the wooden table and not the direct cause of the wooden table. So we could say it's the one indirect condition of the wooden table, yeah, one indirect cooperative condition of the wooden table. Yeah? That's the same way to say that within the causes, it's not the substantial cause and it's not the direct cause. Yeah, it has to be a cooperative condition which is indirect. Yeah, okay. Is it clear for everyone? Yeah, yeah, okay. Okay. Very good. So 4P between direct cause and substantial cause, yeah, as we've seen. Then partage. Okay, then I can switch the share screen. Very good. Okay, 4P. That's wonderful. Okay. So, as you know, a cause and its effect are necessarily different substances. Do you remember that nuance? Yeah? Wow, very good. They are necessarily different substances because? Seed and sprout, for instance, seed and sprout are necessarily different substances because?
Because they are contradictory.
Because they are contradictory. It follows that if it is contradictory, it's necessarily different substances.
Except.
For instance, Palavila and Palavila's aggregates are necessarily different substances because they are contradictory.
Except.
Okay, so it follows that Palavila is in Delhi and Palavila's aggregates are in Paris because they are different substances. You save lots of kerosene. You don't need to fly to buy flight tickets. Yeah. So yeah, different substances, they appear separately to the same direct perceiver, yeah? Oh,
So
yeah,
is a substance, sorry, a substance and entity and nature all synonymous?
so we could say that nature, entity, and essence are equivalent. Yeah, entity, no, and nature, rangin, and essence, dagni, are equivalent. Yeah, yeah.
And then
Okay.
what is the
But
definition of a substance?
yeah, substance, they have to be one entity, but they need to be impermanent. Yeah, one substance, two phenomena are one substance when they don't appear separately to the direct perception to which they appear. They appear to a direct perception and they don't appear separately. Yeah.
Sorry,
Like,
so mental
yes.
mental consciousness is not substance then.
So it's a substance because it's impermanent. So generally speaking, when we speak about dravya or substance or dze in Tibetan, we speak about something impermanent.
Yes. Okay. So
And
mental, because it's changing momentarily, it is impermanent, therefore it is a
exactly.
substance. But then the aggregates are also changing, and it is impermanent, but it is material substance, not mental substance. So I could be sitting in America, and my mind can be in Delhi.
Yeah. So it follows that all your aggregates are matter.
Mental is also matter, subtle
Ah,
matter.
okay. Mental is matter. So yeah, maybe something important that in the Buddhist psychology, when we speak about mental, yi in Tibetan, or I think it's buddhi in Sanskrit.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's equivalent with consciousness and mind. Mental, yi in Tibetan, then consciousness, namshe, and mind, sem, are equivalent.
Yes.
But
Okay.
there are 3P between mental and mental consciousness.
Hmm.
Yeah, a mental consciousness is necessarily a mental because it's a mind, but a mental or a mind, it's not necessarily a mental consciousness, can be an eye consciousness, an ear consciousness, yeah? Yeah,
Okay.
so 3P between mental consciousness and mental, yeah? But
Okay.
mental and mind and consciousness in general are equivalent. Yeah, so if it's mind, it's necessarily not matter, yeah?
I see.
But in one sense, sometimes to be in a loose sense, we tend to say among the aggregates which are not form are necessarily mind. But it's a gross way to express things because the fourth aggregate, yeah, samskara, how do you say, compositional factors, yeah, some are mind and some are not. Yeah, like the seeds, virtuous seeds, non-virtuous seeds, imprints, karmic imprints, and so on, afflictions, seeds, the seeds of afflictions, the imprints of afflictions, and so on. Yeah, they are latencies, they are NECP, they are not mind. Yeah,
What about thoughts?
thoughts. Thoughts. It depends if we speak about a thought consciousness. Then it is among the fifth aggregate, yeah, the mental consciousness. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But if we speak about a thought, the concept itself, it is temporary, permanent. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is a mental exclusion. Yeah. Before we spoke about an exclusion, which is a specifically characterized phenomenon, like the opposite of not being that cup.
Mm-hmm.
That non-cup is, as far as swalakshana is impermanent, and it is an exclusion, yeah. But a thought, a concept is a mental exclusion, yeah. So it is permanent, yeah. When we think about that cup, it is the opposite of not that cup which we have in mind. So it's another exclusion, but it is mental, it is conceptual, so it is permanent.
I,
Yeah.
how, thoughts are constantly changing, so how can it be permanent?
Yeah, we can say that, like for instance, if we watch a Pixar movie, for instance, a Walt Disney movie, how do you say, a cartoon, yeah, we have a drawing, then another drawing, then another drawing, but it goes so quick that we think it seems impermanent, yeah? It seems moving,
Mm-hmm.
but it's just one image and another image and another image, very, very quick, yeah. So we can think we can think very quickly as well. We can think about the movement of a car, of a dancer, or anything. Yeah. Still, the image will be replaced by another one. But still, the thought consciousness itself, the consciousness has to be impermanent. Yeah? So that's why there are some debates. If you check in knowing, naming, and negation, yeah, from Ankla, at some point, Tendal Haramba is checking that point, yeah, is debating about that, yeah, when we say it follows that the thought is permanent. So it follows that if it is permanent, it cannot be produced. Ah. Oh, problem.
So are you talking about thought or thought consciousness? And is thought consciousness the same as mental consciousness?
Yeah, that's the point, because in Tibetan it's just Tokpa, and Tokpa can be the concept itself or can be the thought consciousness, yeah. When we say Tokpelo or Tokpelo, yeah, in that case, we say thought consciousness, yeah. But when we say a thought, yeah, it could be a problem. Yeah? The thought itself, the concept is permanent, is temporary permanent, yeah, because it's another exclusion, yeah. It's a mental other exclusion, yeah. Le Shensel in Tibetan, yeah. Okay, so so because it's permanent, it's not produced. So when we say that thought are produced by imprints, yeah, we could say that the thought consciousness is arising from a seed. We could say like this, yeah. But the thought itself, the concept itself is permanent, so it cannot be produced yet. Yeah, in one sense, we can say that a thought or thought consciousness, a conceptual process, is like bubbles in the water. Yeah, we can say that the external of the bubble is impermanent. It's water.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's moving and so on. The bubble can go upwards and so on, and can grow and so on. Okay, so the external of the bubble is water. It's impermanent, but the internal is mere absence of water, and the mere absence of water is like space, so it's permanent. It's temporary permanent. When the bubble is on the surface of the water, it explodes and there is no bubble anymore. Yeah, but at the time when the bubble existed, the mere absence of water in the bubble was temporary permanent. Still, the external was impermanent because it is water. So I imagine thought consciousness like this. Yeah, the consciousness itself, which is thinking, is like the water, and the thought is like the mere absence of water in the bubble. Something like this. I don't know.
I would think it is the opposite, that the thought itself is the bubble and the space inside is the consciousness that can think of that bubble. Because
Mm.
why would temporary permanent is also, I'm having trouble with the two words because
Yeah.
but okay, I'm sorry, I digressed. The main thing was, is mind a material substance or not? Is thought substance or not? And I'm not, I think you're saying thought is permanent, therefore not a substance.
Yeah, so exactly. If we say that thought means concept or meaning generality, that's the technical term for the thought, for the concept, yeah, meaning generality, it is permanent, yeah. It is temporary permanent, so the time it exists, it's static, it's not moving, yeah. But it's not there forever, otherwise we would think about something for forever. Wow. Okay. So yeah, so when we say thought consciousness, the definition given by Onzim Bulbuchok is dadun derun odzibe shenrik, yeah, determinative cognition which apprehends a meaning generality and a sound generality as suitable to be mixed. So it's a bit long because Yonzin Polbuchak is explaining some cases, you know, when you know something, but you don't know how it's called, for instance. Yeah? So you have the meaning generative, but not the sound generative, for instance. Yeah, but it's not always the same case. Some would give a very shorter definition. There would be Daden Zimbelo. Very easy. Daden Zimbelo. Yeah, a mind, a cognition which apprehends the sound and the meaning, yeah, or the sound generating and the meaning generating. And some will interpret that as saying with a mind or a cognition which apprehends the meaning of the sound. Ah, it's not the same. The meaning of the sound, yeah. Yeah, it comes from Sanskrit, yeah, Shabdartha. Shabdartha. Yeah, it was given by Acharya Dharmakirti, yeah, in the Brahmanavartika when he says, Shekhang Kala Daduzin, Deni de la Topain, Shekhang Kala Daduzin. Yeah, any cognition that apprehends the sound and the meaning, or we can interpret the meaning of the sound, is a conceptual consciousness. Shekhang Kala Daduzin, Deni de la Topain. So some would interpret the Sanskrit verse in one very specific way, in the Tatpurusha way, in the compound. Yeah, they would say it is the sound, the meaning of the sound. Yeah, like a genitive in German. Yeah, or in Sanskrit, or yeah, a kind of genitive. Yeah, like we could say Sigrun Las bike. Yeah. So the meaning of the sound, that's one way to interpret the Shabdartha in Sanskrit, yeah. And another way would be in Dvandva. It's just like the sound and the meaning. Yeah. So that's why Yonzin Purbuchak would say a mind which apprehends the sound and the meaning as suitable to be mixed. Yeah. So it's just different ways to interpret the thought consciousness. I don't know if it's clear enough. A bit
Yes.
confusing, no?
Okay. Yeah, it is confusing, but a little bit. I get what the differentiation is. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not easy, yeah. So when we speak about concept, or when we speak about thought or concept, we use that very technical term, meaning generality, for the concept, and for the thought, usually thought consciousness, it's a mental consciousness, so the mental consciousness can be conceptual and can be non-conceptual,
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, so the meaning generalities are not produced, but they exist within that mental consciousness. Okay. Very good. Very good. Okay. So one substance and one, it's very different, because one, it's the thought consciousness which decides, yeah. Yeah. It follows that that cup is one.
Yeah.
Accept or why? Yeah. Yeah, accept. Yeah. It is one because
Because there's one cup. There's
yes,
no second cup.
exactly. Yeah, because it is one, it is not diverse, it exists, it is not diverse, even for thought consciousness. Yeah. Yeah, that cup is one with that cup. Yeah. Okay, very good. But the subject, that cup and its color, are they one or different? The subject, the two, the cup and its color, are they one or different?
They are different.
They are different. Oh. And are they contradictory or not contradictory?
Contradictory.
They are contradictory because,
There is no common base.
yeah, there is no common base. They are different, and there is no common base between one cup and its color. Yeah, one characterized phenomenon and its characteristic. Yeah, still they are one substance because they appear to the same direct perceiver and they don't appear separately. They are one substance. Oh, very good. Wow. Okay. That's very nice. Okay. So they can be contradictory, but still one substance. like Palavila and Palavila's aggregates. No. Yeah, the subject, the two, Palavila and Palavila's aggregates, they are contradictory. They are contradictory because
Except, because, well, this is very difficult, but because there is no common base. The aggregates are characteristics of Pallavi.
yeah, we can say like this, or we can say, yes, parts. We could say, why not? Parts of Palavila. Yeah. So we can say that the aggregates are 5, yeah, there are many. And Palavila is 1. Yeah, so nothing in the multiverse of Doctor Strange can be at the same time 1 and many. It is either 1 or different, 1 or many. So nothing can be both 1 Palavila and many aggregates. Yeah, still Palavila and Palavila's aggregates are necessarily one substance. Yeah, because when they appear to a direct perceiver, like for instance, the form aggregate, or the eye consciousness, when we see Palavila's form, we see Palavila. Wow. So they don't appear separately. Okay, but the cup and the mic, the subject, the two, the cup and the mic, are they one substance or different substances?
Different.
Are different substances because
They appear to the eye consciousness as separate.
yes, if they appear separately to the eye consciousness, they are necessarily different substances.
Yes.
Okay, very good. So now the subject, the two, the seed and the sprout, are they one substance or different substances?
Different.
Oh, they are different substances because?
Because one appears after the other.
Exactly. Yeah, so they have to appear separately because when the seed appears, the sprout doesn't appear. And when the sprout appears, the seed doesn't appear. So they necessarily appear separately. Ah, wonderful. So a cause and its effect are necessarily different substances. Wow. Okay. But they are not necessarily contradictory because Daniel Perdieu gives an example in the book, cause of functioning thing and functioning thing. So we spoke about that before. Okay. Very good. Very good. So we can say that, yeah, contradictory and different substances, we could say 4P. Yeah. Something which is phenomena which are contradictory and different substances, seed and sprout. Yeah. And contradictory but not different substances, we could say, for instance,
Sorry, can you repeat that?
yeah, contradictory but not different substances.
Cup and the color of the cup.
Yes, exactly. The cup and the color of the cup, Chavila, yeah. So, yeah, very good. The subject, the two, the cup and the color of the cup, they are not different. They are not different substances. Yeah,
Yes, I
they are
agree.
not. They are not different substances because.
Because they are the same, and because they're not diverse,
Yeah.
because they appear as one to the eye consciousness.
Yes, exactly. They don't appear separately, yeah, to the eye consciousness that appears them. Yeah, very good. So if they don't appear separately to the same direct perceiver, they are necessarily not different substances. Yeah, very good. We could
Sorry,
give.
can I
Yeah.
ask another? So if it's the color of the monk's robe
Mm,
and the robe, if I bleach it, the color will go and it'll sit
yeah,
in a bucket, and the robe
yeah.
is sitting separately. Now there
Okay.
are two entities. The color has gone from the robe and it's sitting in a bucket, and the
Yeah.
robe is sitting next to it.
But how we know that the robe is in the bucket because it has no color at this time, so it's invisible.
It's turning white.
Ah, like Harry Potter's invisibility cloak. Yeah, very difficult to find when you lose it. Okay, so it follows that the monk's robe still has a color, even if you decolorate, you put
Yeah,
out
it's
the red
become
color.
transparent. It is
Ah,
transparent.
transparent. Ah, that's nice. Transparent. Yeah, like a glass color robe, monk's robe
Yeah,
made
yeah.
of glass
Sheer.
in the
It's a
fashion week
sheer.
in Paris.
Yeah.
We could find so yeah, sometimes, I guess. Yeah. So of which color is the glass, for instance?
It is
It
the
has
color of the surrounding.
exactly. So it has a color necessarily.
It has no color. It has all color.
So if it has all colors, it necessarily has color, a color.
No, the point is that I've separated out the colors
Like for
from the
instance,
robe.
if
So
you
if,
have sorry,
sorry.
no, no, please.
No, I said that the color has left the robe.
Yeah. So the robe has no color anymore, it's invisible. So it has all colors. Why not? Why not? So we could say that, yeah, it has the color of the environment just behind. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so like a mirror, what is the color of a mirror?
Mm.
Yeah, they will invent the mirror monk's robe. Okay. So it has the color of the thing that are just in front. Yeah. Yeah, that's the same thing, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
But still it has a color, yeah, because it's form. If it is form, it necessarily has a color, even if we don't perceive it. Like for instance, the smallest particle is form. It has a color, but do we see it? Yeah, so we could say that in one sense, why not? It's too small to cast an aspect. Yeah, maybe we could say, why not? But they would say it casts an aspect, but it's not because something casts an aspect that it is realized. It is the way around. If it is realized, it's necessarily casting an aspect. Yeah, but okay. So drop it, drop it, drop it. So when we speak about substance, yeah, it's any impermanent phenomenon. Yeah, even mind is a substance because it is impermanent. And ECP, persons, and so on are substances. Yeah. Okay. So we could say that two phenomena which are contradictory but not two different substances. We could say space in the east and space in the west. They are contradictory, but they are not two different substances because they are not substances. They are permanent. Yeah. If they are permanent, they cannot appear separately, yeah, to the direct perceiver because they cannot appear to the direct perception, yeah, if they are permanent. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we said that before. Yeah, even for the yogic direct perception, realizing selflessness, yeah, it is implicit. Yeah, there is no aspect of the selflessness is not casting an aspect to that consciousness. Yeah, yeah, okay, no problem. Okay, so So we have different substances and contradictory F4P. Yeah. Okay. So we said that the two cups are different substances and they are contradictory. Yeah, contradictory, but not two different substances. Yeah, for instance, the cup and its color, yeah, as Chavila said. Yeah, or space in the east and space in the west. They are different entities, but they are not different substances. Yeah, because yeah, they cannot appear to direct perception anyway. Okay. And now different substances which are not contradictory. It's the complicated thing from Daniel Perdue, yeah? Yeah. The cause of functioning thing and functioning thing. They are not contradictory, yeah, but they are different substances because cause and effect, a cause and its effect, sorry, a cause and its effect are necessarily different substances, yeah. So a cause of functioning thing and functioning thing are necessarily different substances because one is the cause of the other, but they cannot be contradictory, yeah, because the cause of functioning thing has to be a functioning thing. Yeah. Yeah, because the cause has to be a functioning thing. Yeah? Okay, wow, wonderful. Okay, and something which is neither contradictory and two different substances.
Space to the left and space to the right.
Yeah, space to the left and space to the right, the right, they are not contradictory.
No, because it's not a substance. They are
Mm.
one. Only
Oh,
contradictory to the mind, but mind, I don't know.
exactly. Yeah, they are contradictory because there is no common base. Yeah, nothing can be the space in the right and space on the left. Yeah. So they are necessarily different and no common base. So for the thought consciousness, yeah, they are contradictory, but mainly different. One yeah, different one entity and so on. It's mainly from the thought consciousness. Yeah, yeah. One entity and one substance. It could be the direct perception. And when we say contradiction, difference, one, it's all conceptual. Yeah? Yeah, conceptual mind is deciding that, yeah. Yeah, so space on the right and space on the left, they are contradictory because thought consciousness cannot find any common base between both, yeah? Yeah, very good. But they are not, yeah, they are not two different substances because they are permanent. And to be two different substances, you need impermanent phenomena. Yeah. Okay. So we could say that something which is not contradictory and not different substances, you can just give cup. Cup is not contradictory. Yeah? It is not because
Because it appears as one to the eye consciousness.
yeah, yeah, we could say that. That's interesting. Yeah, we could say for the thought consciousness mainly it is one. Yeah, because cup is not diverse in meaning and not diverse in name from cup. Yeah, cup is just one. Yeah, for the thought consciousness. Yeah, yeah, for the eye consciousness. Yeah. There is only one cup appearing to the eye consciousness, but does it appear as one to the eye consciousness? That's quite a challenge. Eh? If we say that it appears as one to the eye consciousness, it means that the eye consciousness can apprehend it that as one, but the thought consciousness is, yeah, you know, one and different is just like the business of the thought consciousness. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we could say at least in that the cup is not appearing as separately in one sense, yeah. Yeah, to the eye consciousness, yeah. Okay. Yeah, just because yeah, you know, the epistemologists, yeah, are a bit complicated sometimes, yeah, in the Sautrantika, yeah. Yeah, because at some point, yeah, Kedubje would refute that because it appears as being one. Yeah, yeah. Just because it doesn't appear separate. Yeah. He would say that just because like something doesn't appear as selfless, so it appears as being self. Yeah, but yeah, that would be complicated. Yeah. So that's why J is declining that, is refuting that the cup is appearing as one. Yeah, just because it's not different. Yeah, to the eye consciousness. Yeah, yeah. Okay, just yeah, just a tiny point. Okay,
Wait,
so yeah,
just wanting to clarify, Christophe. So you said the different or one or different is something that appears to direct perception, and contradictory, on the other hand, is something that is to the mental consciousness.
so we could say that one and different and contradiction as well, even equivalent, and 3P and 4P, it's for the thought consciousness. Yeah, the thought consciousness is deciding mainly. Yeah? Of course, it can have the support of the eye consciousness. For instance, if you see two things like this, a mic and a cup, yeah, your eye consciousness is seeing two things. Yeah. So
Yeah.
necessarily your for your thought consciousness, it's even easier, it's even more obvious, yeah, that there are two things, yeah, which are different. Yeah, exactly. But if we just seeing the cup,
Mm.
then the cup and its impermanence and its color and so on are necessarily appearing to the eye consciousness, but they are not appearing as one. They are not appearing separately, but it doesn't mean that they have to appear as one to the eye consciousness. Yeah, they just can't appear separately. Yeah. Yeah, so in this case, yeah, we would say that for the direct perception is deciding if we speak about one substance or different substances. Yeah, yeah, the color of the cup and the cup are one substance because the eye consciousness is not able to distinguish them, we could say. Yeah, is not able to see them separately. Yeah. And but the cup and the mic are different substances because the eye consciousness is able to distinguish them. Yeah. Yeah, very good. Okay, so the cup and its color, the eye consciousness is not able to distinguish them. So who is able to do so?
Thought.
Mental consciousness.
Yes, exactly, the thought consciousness. So that's why they are one substance because the eye consciousness is not able to distinguish them, but still they are different because for the thought consciousness, they are different.
Yes.
But
Very
it's a
good.
conceptual mind, because
Mm.
we had to understand that color is different things.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, we have to understand what means being different. Yeah. And what means being contradictory, yeah? Because the thought consciousness can just say, okay, the cup and its color are different. And we could even say the cup and its color are even contradictory. So that's another thought. Yeah. Yeah. It's there is something very different, yeah, within that. Yeah. Because we can say the cup and its color are different. Yeah. The cup and impermanent are different. Yeah. But the cup and impermanent are not contradictory. Yeah, because the cup is impermanent. Yeah. Okay. But the impermanence of the cup and the cup would be contradictory because one is an NACP and one is not. But in general, impermanent, the category impermanent and cup are not contradictory, yeah? Because there are many common bases. All the cups are impermanent. Yeah, so cup and impermanent are different, but they are not contradictory. But the cup and the color of the cup, they are different, but furthermore, they are contradictory. Wow, very good. And the cup, yeah,
I cannot equate this with Pallavi and aggregates. I understand cup and color are contradictory.
yeah,
Cup cup and its color are contradictory. There is no common base.
Yeah.
And you said cup and its impermanence
Yeah.
are contradictory. Is it? No.
Yeah, because cup
It's
is form.
form.
Cup is matter,
Yeah.
and its impermanence is an NECP.
Yes.
Yeah, so nothing can be at the same time not form and form. Yeah, an NECP is a functioning thing which is not form and not consciousness. So that's why we can say that the cup and its impermanence, yeah, are contradictory in that sense, because one is form, one is not form, and nothing can be at the same time form and not form. But the cup and the generality impermanent, they are not contradictory. Yeah? Cup is necessarily an instance of that generality impermanent.
Okay. So if you come and bring it to aggregates,
Mm.
the cup and its aggregates, or Pallavi and its her aggregates are
Mhm.
contradictory,
Yeah,
but you cannot, but Pallavi cannot exist without her aggregates.
exactly. And also the way around, the aggregates of Pallavi cannot exist without Pallavi.
So what is the NACP in that
So,
instance?
yeah, Pallavila is an NECP, is a person, yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
and the person is an imputed phenomenon, yeah, an imputed existence, yeah. Because yeah, it is imputed independence on the any of the five aggregates. So yeah, it is impermanent, and the person is not the body. Has a body, but is not it's his or her body, and the person has a mind, but it's not his or her mind. Yeah. Yeah. But still, the person is, for instance, sitting because the body is sitting. Yeah, the person is in a good health because the body is in a good health, or the mind is in a good health. Yeah, the person is clever because the mind is clever, or the person is tired because the mind is tired, and so on. Yeah. So that's why they are one substance. Yeah, whatever the aggregates are doing, the person is doing that.
Right. So the aggregates are impermanent, but the person, is it permanent or not permanent?
Ah, who would say? Who would give an answer?
Impermanent, because it is an NECP.
Ah, if it is an NECP, it's necessarily impermanent.
Yes.
Yes, yeah, because the definition of an ECP is yeah, functioning thing which is neither nor how do you say? Which is none of them, yeah, matter and consciousness, yeah. Yeah. Bemshe ganruma imbengobo, yeah. Ozukshe ganruma imbengobo. Yeah, Ozukshe ganruma imbeduje. They have different definitions, but the meaning is the same. Yeah, it has to be impermanent, and it is not form, it is not consciousness. Yeah, like time and so on. Yeah, impermanent, the seeds, latencies, and so on and so on. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So the person is impermanent. The person is one. It is an NECP. We could say that the whole set of the five aggregates is an NECP. Yeah. The whole set of the five aggregates is impermanent, but the whole set is not form and it is not consciousness yet, because it is the whole set. Yeah.
Yes.
So we can say that the person itself and her or his aggregates are necessarily NECPs, but the aggregates are NECP. The whole set of the aggregates is an NECP, which is not a person.
Yes. It is not a person.
It's not a person, yeah. Yeah, the person is imputed independence on that NECP, yeah. But the person is not that NACP because one person, five aggregates. How many points? Between 1 and 5? Even if we are not good in mathematics, contradictory. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So that's why for the Trantika, they accept that, for instance, even the one table and 5 parts of the table are the same in one sense. The same, another illustration, the whole and the parts are contradictory. Yeah, yeah, the whole and
Yeah.
the parts are contradictory. Yeah? So that's why, you know, it's not when we are looking for the table into the parts, we are not checking ultimately, yeah, for the prasangika. It's still the sotrantika. Yeah, so the sotrantika are able to say that there is no person within the whole, you know, in place of the whole set of the aggregates. The Sotrantika could say the mental consciousness is an illustration of the person, yeah? That would be okay. One of the aggregates could be the person, if you look for what is really the person. They would say, we find the mental consciousness, yeah? But otherwise, the whole set of the aggregates is a functioning thing impossible to be. Nothing can be at the same time form and non-form. Yeah.
But mental consciousness is, when you said thought, it like you said, the bubble, it's form and non-form at the same time.
So we could say that the thought consciousness itself is not form anyway because it's consciousness, and
Yeah.
the meaning generality is not form because it's permanent. Yeah. Still, they coexist. You know, you have the thought consciousness and the meaning generality. They are, you know, in one
Okay.
sense, they are one entity. In one
So
sense,
even though they coexist, they're not one.
exactly. Wow.
Okay. Oh.
Exactly. Very good. Wow, fantastic. Yeah, like the aggregates and the person, they coexist, but they are not one. Yeah.
Mm.
They are necessarily different, and in that case, they are contradictory. Yeah, if we speak about the whole set and the person. Okay.
Mm.
Okay, so if we learn that, that's very useful because we cannot find any common base between the whole set and any member. Yeah, like the table and its parts. Yeah, the table is one, the parts are many, so they're necessarily contradictory. They are one substance, but they are contradictory. Yeah, yeah. So that's why they are not doing an ultimate quest. Yeah, an ultimate research like Ariana Garjuna. Ariana Garjuna is looking for an inherent table. If it is inherently one or inherently different from the inherent parts, that's very different. Yeah. Otherwise, we could think, oh, Ariana Garjuna is so easy to understand. We just studied the Sotrantika. The table is contradictory with the parts of the table. Easy, yeah. Emptiness, easy. No. Okay. Okay, but that's a very starting point. Yeah, anyway, yeah, very useful. Okay, so I hope it's not too confusing today. We did a little bit less debate, more explanations. Yeah, sometimes it's like this. Yeah. But next time we try to go again in substantial cause and also same substantial type. Oh, we will compare same substance or one substance and one substantial type. We will compare that if you are getting bored in your holidays, try to check that. But if you're busy, drop it and we'll see next time. So one substantial type, two phenomena which are produced by the same substantial cause. Yeah, one substantial type. And one substance, two phenomena appear to the same direct perception and they don't appear separately. Yeah, so we will compare that next time. So no, no rush. Thank you so much from the depth of my heart for the long life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, for his beautiful health, for the sake of all the beings. Thank you so much, and may we keep on learning together for the sake of all the beings. Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you for your help, Chavila, and thank you for all your participation. Yeah, take care.
Thank
See
you,
you next.
Christophe.
Bye bye, everybody. See
Thank
you.
you,
Bye
Christophe.
bye. My pleasure.
Thank
See you
you,
now.
Chavila.
Bye bye.